Hey Neha, Raghav, can you guys hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. We are like almost 3 minutes early, so I'll just hop off and I will come back in exactly 3 minutes and I'll see you guys, all right? Hey Soumya.
Hey Ishwar, how are you?
Good, 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 good. How are you?
Great.
Now, we still have a couple of minutes, so yeah,
Yes,
we'll
we
just
do.
wait for the folks
We're
to
waiting
join.
for people to join. Yeah.
Sounds good. So I'll be right back.
Yes.
Hey there, how are you?
Hey Joe, good morning.
Morning. Thank you for joining in. I'm going to make you the co-host.
You?
So, yeah. Okay, we'll just give it a few minutes and we'll get started.
I don't have a
Is this the first time with our webinar, Gift to Gap webinar? Have you consumed our information? Just chit-chatting. Okay, everybody's time is valuable and I believe in punctuality. So we will just get started. I have a quick introduction before I hand it over to our wonderful presenter today. And trust me, there's a lot that you will learn from our wonderful presenter, Ishwar, not just to write emails, but his whole storytelling, the way he runs his presentation and keeps it super interesting. So there's a lot to learn from him. Before that, I just want to give a brief introduction and I'll hand it over to him. And any questions, please put them in the chat. I have disabled you to unmute yourself so that there's no interruption. And I will give you an opportunity to unmute after the meeting. Okay. So here we go. It's a quick 5-minute presentation. I'm not even 2 minutes, I would say. Okay, so you're here to write winning emails. Trust me, everything that you do needs to have an outcome and an output, and that's what we're trying to achieve. And here it's specifically email. Okay, and it can be anybody. It can be a teenager, it can be an adult, everybody has to write impactful, effective emails. And a bit about me, I'm an immigrant. I studied in India from a very small town called Tumkur. My brother went to the library and got me the application form for other RECs. I went to NIT Calicut, or CREC as you call it, and I studied there. So when when my oldest son was applying 6 or 7 years back, this whole process was so frustrating, the college process. I was like, why is this shit so hard? Right? So I decided to take a stab at it. I quit my corporate job and I've not looked back. I work with wonderful set of people, and I've had over 1,000 students that we've mentored, coached, and they've had tremendous success. Okay, and my qualifications, I'm a Tony Robbins certified life coach. I like the success mindset and the immersion methodology. We incorporate that in our coaching. I'm a positive psychology and an executive functioning skills coach, which is the prefrontal cortex of the brain. That's where the planning, prioritization, all the skills are in the prefrontal cortex of the brain. And we put so much pressure on that part of the brain that's still developing, right? In the teens, especially, it takes like 15 to 25 years to get fully developed, right? And that's the teen brain. And there is no coaching and counseling students and teens without knowing teen brain. So all my all the members in my team are very, very well averse with the executive functioning skills. I was trained under Peg Dawson and I use her material. I'm also a certified pranic healer. I did my college counseling from UC Berkeley, and my team of wonderful counselors, psychometrists, they've all done their counseling and career, college and career counseling from UC Berkeley. Okay. And this is a bit about my family. My husband graduated from Harvard Extension School. Fast forward, my son has graduated from Georgia Tech. He did his master's in 3.5 years. He graduated last year, and that's my connection to Georgia and Atlanta. My younger son is going to be a freshman. He's going to University of Michigan into the LSA honors program. He wants to pursue political science. I live in Pennsylvania. I've had 20 years of corporate experience. I didn't add this, but I'm going to be a TEDx speaker on September 21st in Cummings, Georgia. Okay. And so my mission is to demystify the college process for immigrants. That's it. That's just one mission. If anybody asked me what's going to be on my tombstone, it would say, "Here lies Joe, who helped immigrant parents get boatload of money." I'm just kidding. And also help teenagers reach their maximum potential. We also have a lot of WhatsApp group and community where you can ask us any question. And please consume our information, our educational content on all our social media channels. Okay. And our success, our students have gotten into Stanford, UPenn, MIT, Cornell, Carnegie Mellon, Cornell, I'm sorry, everywhere. But our success is not getting the 1% into the top colleges. Our success is getting the average, below average students with learning difficulties who are on the IEP, 504, mental health. We get smashing results for them. And that is true success for us. True success is a student with 2.8 GPA getting into University of Buffalo with 46K scholarship, right? So that's why we are here. It's a non-judgment zone. Every child is unique. Okay. And my counseling results, our students typically get 90% of the college acceptance. And yes, my middle name should be scholarship. I've gotten over 10 million in scholarships in total with my students. Okay, so that's about it. And why should you stick around? I mean, why should you even be here? I mean, the most important thing that anybody can give each other is time. It's not money, it's not gifts, it's not material things, it's time. So I value your time very greatly. And this is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn about how to start emails and grab attention. You're going to learn how to make it very clear, because that's what I learned from Ishwar. Keep it professional, confident, and ask for what you need, get answers, don't make the common mistakes. Okay, that is there. You're going to learn all of that, but you've got to stick around. Okay, and here is our wonderful presenter, Ishwar. Ishwar is also an advisor for Gifted Gabber. He's the kind of person you don't need to go and ask him, hey, how do I do it? He'll come to you and say, hey, these are the things you could potentially do, right? So Ishwar has been a great backbone for us, be it building systems. He actually offered the email training for my team. And I was blown away. And trust me, I've been using everything that Ishwar has taught so far. So I'm going to hand it over to him. So, but before that, I want to tell you that he has 24 years in the banking technology. He has steered teams. He has solved complex problems. He's very humble and he's here, but that doesn't mean he's like a pretty big person in JP Morgan, right? And of course, he's a fitness enthusiast, passionate cook. I don't know about the cooking part because I haven't tasted his food. And he's like really funny, right? You talk to him, you're like talking to a friend, right? So he believes in balancing brains with biceps and flavors. Isn't that nice? So hand it over to Ishwar. Thank you for being here.
Hey, thank you so much, Joe. I don't even remember the last time I had such a wonderful, introduction. So, I mean, this is like, you already have covered, I would say majority of the topics that I wanted to show. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. And the team, I am like super excited to be here, right? While most of you don't have your cameras on, I always request this, if at all you have a chance. Please turn on your camera and I would love to see you all, right? Wherever possible, right? No pressure. Um, and Joe, if it is okay, can we have people unmuted so we can make it little interactive?
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
I am going to give them an opportunity so they can,
Perfect.
yeah, unmute themselves. Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So
And also the video.
everybody.
So hold on a second. I'm sorry. I had stopped the video. I'm going to give that option as well. Yeah. So go ahead.
Perfect. All right, folks. So thank you, Joe. So folks, those who can turn on your camera, awesome. Look at Shiva.
Hi.
Oh, Lakshman, nice to see you. Oh, wow, look at that. You go with Pragna, right? Awesome. Naya, great. Smriti, of course. Nice. That's beautiful. Lovely. Oh, look at that. Shreya is coming up. Awesome. Great, guys. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. Let me tell you guys a small story, okay? And this is not a story that I'm cooking. This exactly happened with me, right? Don't judge me, and don't I don't know. You people call me what boomers or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm probably a little old. But this story happened back in 2001, all right? When I got an opportunity to join GE, right? And first time, right? I got access to my Outlook, which is my official email. And on the day I joined, I had a problem with my swiping card, my uh, my entry to the office. So my card was not working, right? So the security told me, hey, you have to get your manager's approval for whatever it is, right? So I sent an email to my manager saying, hey, boss, and his name is Samdani. I said, hey, Sam, can you please approve this as my card is disabled? My joining is today, and can you please approve so my access is enabled, right? It was a day past, 2 days, 3 days, and it still didn't get approved, right? And I was just talking to him and I said, hey, Sam, can you please approve my email? I mean, it's been 3 days. And he was like, what? When did you send that email? I mean, you could have just told me, I would have approved it, right? No, I sent it 3 days back. Oh, really? Let me see. I wouldn't have missed this email, right? And he looks at my name and said, I don't see your email at all. Can you come and help me? I said, that email with the subject line, hello. And he just looks at me and said, you sent me an email with the subject line, hello. And you expected me to open that email. That was the wow moment. That day I realized, oh my goodness. And then he was the guy, he was the guru who said, Venkat, you know what? If I get an email which say hello, I am never going to read that email. Trust me. Okay. That is how this journey began. Okay. Now, let me ask all of you guys one thing. Can you, how do I put it? Can you feel emotions when you read an email? Can you feel the emotion of the other person when you read an email? Can anyone ponder upon that point? Can you feel emotions on an email when you read an email? Yes, no, maybe? Anyone? Anyone wants to ponder? Shiva gives a thumbs up and he says, so Shiva, you think yes, we can? Okay.
Yes.
Anyone else? Perfect. Great. And why do you think so, Shiva? What makes you think that we can sense emotion on emails?
Well, like usually in emails, like you can tell it's serious because of the fact that they're sending it,
Mm-hmm. Great.
and
So
with the words they use.
yeah, wonderful. Good one. Awesome. So hey, if I start my email and say, hey Shiva, how is it going? Right?
It means like
What's
you're friendly.
I'm happy. My day has started well, right?
Yeah.
My kids didn't trouble me for that particular day. So yeah, the day is going well, right? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's now okay, here's the thing, right? So when I get started, I need a lot of participation. And that's how we're gonna make it fun filled, and let's make it as interactive as possible. Okay. You guys have to promise. All right. Fantastic. So I am going to quickly share my screen presentation, and I'm going to Joe, for some reason I am not able to share. Okay, sorry, I get it. No, I got it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So as you all can see now, email communication is all about this. As the quote says, right? The most important thing in email communication is to hear what isn't being said, right? Very sound very simple but very impactful, right? Unfortunately, email comes with that challenge because you don't have that physical connect. You can't see the person, right? And as she also mentioned, yes, you can sense the emotions, right? How the person is when he or she was writing that email, what is the seriousness, how important it is, and all of that, right? And the challenge with email is, as this proverb says, the communication is to hear what is also not being said, right? There are a lot of, you might say, hey, what's going on? But I'm actually not saying what's going on. I'm probably a little frustrated, right? So I'm not saying that, but you need to start hearing it, right? That is how impactful an email communication is going to be. Okay. Now, here are some examples, right? Uh, all of these sounds screaming, right? Anyone, right? Let me, sorry if I just point people. Naya, why don't you read the first email and tell me how you would feel if you got this email from someone? Can you read that?
When I get the report by the end of the day without fail, this has to go out to management today. It feels a bit urgent, but it doesn't feel like they're mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
Just
But do you?
urgent, maybe a little bit fed up, but like still chill.
Chill. D- doesn't it sound more authoritative, if I may, that I'm being very authoritative? Yeah. So would you like somebody who shows that authority on email and say, even though I'm your boss or manager, would you like someone showing that authority to you, or you would like them to be a little humble? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Who wants to go next? Shiva, do you want to shoot the next one?
Okay.
Why don't you read the second line and tell me what you feel?
feels like the person is confused and he's like a little bit puzzled why he can't do it in a week.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Why can you not complete the module by this week, right? And does it feel the person who's writing this email is also a little angry?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like asking you why can't you complete it, right? The third one, right? That's gonna be interesting. Who wants to read the third one? Third email. Anyone on the call? Anyone?
I can
Go
read.
for it. Thank you, Pranav. Go for it.
So I need this meeting set up for tomorrow. I assume you know the urgency around it, right?
Mm-hmm. So what's your thought on that
I mean,
email?
it's like
What do you feel?
I mean, I can see meeting in all caps, and then I can
Mm-hmm.
see the underline that I see tomorrow is like bolded and underlined. So it's like it creates this urgency, like
Mm-hmm.
okay, this guy is like bossing me around and telling me what to do.
Mm.
Like, you know,
Isn't it? Absolutely. Absolutely, Pranav. You spot on, right? The other thing, folks, what you should understand is as far as possible on emails, avoid writing words in capital letters. The moment you start, it is an unwritten rule. When you're writing in capital, which means you're screaming at a person, right? And this underlining of a word, unless you want to emphasize on something, you should be very, very, very careful on the words that you're going to underline, the words that you're going to bold, the words that you're going to put it in capital. If it is not on the context, it is going to sound as if you're screaming at a person. Okay. So yes, like I said, capitals, underlines, be very careful. Okay. Last and not the least, fourth one again. The data on the second tab is totally incorrect. Next time, I'd expect you to run it past me before publishing, right? Again, to what Shiva and Neha, Pranav, all of you said, it also sounds very, very authoritative, right? Guys, in today's world, you might be the boss, you might be the leader, you might be having a certain level of authority, but on the email, the professionalism comes into picture where you are humble, you are respecting each other, right? Most of the time, someone might not mean it, right? When we talk in person, but email is where you're not having that physical interaction. So it's very, very important, right? You keep a note of all of this, right? Let's segue into something very, very interesting here, right? Now, this is what I call the 5 C's of email, right? No rocket science, right? Folks, what I'm going to tell you and what I'm going to explain it to you is not something that you are hearing for the first time, but it just gives you a different perspective. It'll let you introspect a little bit, right? Factually, okay? The 5 C's, as we say, is when you're writing an email, be creative, be cohesive, be concise, right? And write with conviction and be consistent, right? All of these are going to impact your email, right? When you start making these 5 C's part of your email communication, part of your gene, right? It is going to have a different output altogether, right? The most important thing that I like about this is being consistent, right? The more you get consistent with your writing email, the more people will know your style of working. People will know how you interact with people, and that will create that impression, right? Now, on to the left, what you're seeing is the 4 categorizations of email, if I may, right? One is important and urgent, right? What is important and urgent is one, it is time sensitive, it is urgent. You have to do it by a certain date. Important, it is also important. You have to do it by a certain time and it is critical, right? The second one is important, but not urgent. It is important, right? Let's say, for example, you have to pay the fees, okay, by the end of the month. You have time, but hey, that is important. Don't leave it off your radar. Okay, that's what your important and not urgent means, right? Not important, but urgent. Okay, is it important in my day-to-day work? Not really, but it is urgent, right? Can one of you give me an example of that? Anyone? An email which is not important, but it is urgent. Something which is not important, but it is sort of time sensitive. Any guesses?
Me, sir?
Sorry?
Me, sir? Like if something you really want, like limited edition, and it's about to sell out, and you really
Uh-huh.
want it.
Wonderful. Beautiful, Shiva. I love that. I love that example. Yeah. Limited edition, you want to buy it, but it's not important, but hey, that is time sensitive, right? The other example I would give is somebody's birthday, right? Somebody's anniversary, right? Hey, it's a little urgent, right? You miss on that celebration today, hey, we do have an option of celebrating it belated, but hey, it's not important, but it's urgent because it's time sensitive, right? The last, no rocket science, it is neither important or urgent. So take your own time when you have chance, go through that. It's like a news bulletin or an article, sort of a thing, which you can always do a reading at your leisure. It is neither urgent nor important. Okay. Now, on to the right hand side is what is going to be the game changer, right? You see these words, and this is scientifically proven. Okay, the words, and this is just an example of the words, kids. Okay, still time, limited time, like what Shiva mentioned, limited offer, right? Now, expire, hurry, extended, running out. These are some of the words which are scientifically proven that increases the average rate if it is put on the subject line, right? That is the important thing. So if you want the right attention to your email, you need to incorporate the right words on the subject line. Very, very important. As you can see, when someone, and this is you and me as well, right? The moment you see still time, limited time on the subject line, you will automatically open that email first to see what's going on, right? Similarly, how these words influence by the percentage of your reaction, your response is also when it is available in the body of your email. Okay. Now, quickly segueing into this topic, right? I need 2 volunteers, if I may. Can I get 2 volunteers? Perfect. Thank you, Neha. Anyone else? I need one more volunteer. Shreya, awesome. Thank you. Great. Shreya, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes, yeah, I can.
Perfect. So we have 2 volunteers, Neha and Shreya. Thank you so much. Okay, both of you, you have your emails, right? Whether it's in Google, Gmail, whatever it is, right? Now, let's say you're working, okay? You are a manager in an office, right? You have a team which you're managing, assume, okay? Now, in the morning, typically what we do is when we get up in the morning, the first thing that we do is, at least what I do is while I'm having my cup of coffee, I read my news and start getting ready for the day, right? So when I'm getting ready for the day, I start putting my to-do list. Okay, what do I need to do today, right? So what I do is I don't log into my laptop, my email. I look at it on my phone, maybe, right? Just scan through how my emails are looking for the day and then start planning for it. Okay. So Naya and Shreya, you look at these subject lines. If you see this subject line in your inbox, okay, I'll give you guys 20 seconds. Go through these and you guys have to tell me which are those 5 emails looking at the subject line that you would open first thing in the morning. The 5 emails out of these subject lines. Go through that and you guys can tell me in the next or whenever you guys are ready. 20 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, just go through that. And hey, while Naya and Shreya are looking at it, others also please read and you guys can also plan and prepare and tell me 5 emails out of this that you will open the first thing in the morning. Yes, Shiva?
I I would do the urgent server patching due today.
Okay.
The production issues, 6 apps impacted.
Mm-hmm.
The due today, submit your claims.
Okay.
FYI, UAT testing in progress.
Okay.
And critical 42 bugs found in the new module, because
Okay.
they're all very noticeable because they have
Mm-hmm.
capital letters.
Right. Wonderful, Shiva. Naya, if you have got your top 5.
So I'd open the second one, urgent server patching due today. Production issues, 6 apps
Mm-hmm.
impacted. The due today, submit your claims. The critical 42 bugs found on the new module.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the farewell, see you soon.
Okay. Anyone else wants to take a stab at it? Anyone else? The top 5 that you guys want to pick up.
I would probably do the urgent server patching due today,
Okay.
organizational announcement, production
Okay.
issues, 6 apps impacted, due today,
Mhm.
submit your claims, and
Mhm.
critical 42 bugs found on the new module.
Wonderful, wonderful. You know which email that I would open the first, no matter what? You know which one? I will open your t-shirt size leadership offsite because I will never miss a chance for a free t-shirt. I would open it because I know it has the selection for small, medium, large, and I want to select my t-shirt size. Okay, great. I think you all have got it. Perfect. Those are absolutely the 5 top emails that you definitely should open. But you know what you guys missed? You guys actually missed some very business critical emails on this line. You want to see which one are those?
Sir, is it multiple teams involved?
That's a good one, Shiva. Yes, it could be, but I'm just gonna pick 3 of them for you guys. But that's a good way of thinking. Yes, multiple teams involved. It's like suspicious.
Oh wait, I think I see some things like related to each other from
Oh,
the
wow.
dev
Okay.
team requesting the CAX file and multiple teams involved.
Nice. Wonderful, Shiva. Awesome. Okay, but let me ask you one thing. Requesting the CAX file, why do you think that's just a request, right? Why do you think that's one of your top 5 emails you want to open, the first thing?
Because I think it has something to do with the project.
Okay, it's interesting. Lovely. Anyone else? So I keep seeing Naya, Shreya, Shiva, Pranav. Anyone else wants to take a stab at it? Anyone else on the call? Come on. All right. So, as an example, I'll tell you, okay? You know what that email read when I opened the from the dev team? Dev is nothing but the development team, right? The code we developed yesterday had a major bug, and hence we will not be able to deliver it to the client. As a manager, can you call the client the first thing in the morning when you get into the office? Right? From the dev team, not my top 5. Absolutely not. Right? The next one, observation found on the dashboard. If you read it, can you imagine how critical was that? So you had a dashboard in a hospital. 6 of the equipments are malfunctioning. The dashboard is showing it is red, right? You don't fix it, your patients in the ICU are going to be impacted, right? But the subject line observation found on dashboard, it doesn't resonate. It's like no, it doesn't throws that sense of urgency, right? And again, exactly to Shiva, you got that email actually, right? Requesting the CAX file again, my sincere apologies because I come from the banking side. I always give this as an example, right? There is a file which is digital, which has like $2 million transaction, right? if we don't resend that file, the bank is going to have a legal implication. Can you imagine how serious that is going to be? Right? Now, the storytelling around this is, guys, it is extremely important, very, very important for you guys. Yeah, email drafting is fine, right? But the subject line is the most important thing of an email, right? If you don't make your email subject line impactful, your email is not going to be prioritized by whomever, whether you're sending it to your friends, whether it's sending it to your colleagues, whether you're sending it to, your parents, your email will not be prioritized unless your subject line is impactful. Okay? All right. Now, I again want a volunteer, and this time I don't want Naya, Shreya, Shiva, or Pranav. Anyone else? Or I'm just gonna call on the call. Anyone else? Pragna, can I trouble you?
Sure.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Pragna. Okay, now, Pragna, here's the thing. I am going to give you 10 seconds. Okay? You're with me? Pragna, where are you? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, Pragna, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Okay?
Mhm.
And I'm going to show you a content. You have to read that content and you have to answer my question. Okay?
Mhm.
All right?
Okay.
And your time starts now. Time up. Hold on. So Pragna, I'll ask you something, right? So that slide was about, you don't have to go through, but it's about project management. Okay. Now, can you tell me 5 stages of project management that you saw?
Initiative,
Okay.
project initiation, project management,
Okay. I'm asking about 5 stages. Yeah.
oh,
What are the
um,
five stages of that? Oh.
planning,
Okay. Okay. Great. Perfect. So you got 2 of them. Wonderful.
planning,
Mhm.
time,
Okay.
because you need time to plan and have time to
Mhm.
do everything for it.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Here's the thing. So I sent you that email and you were busy and that's all you could get it, right? Now I'm gonna resend that email to you, Pragna, in a different way. And let's see in the next 10 seconds, are you able to at least get those 5 stages of project management? Shall we do it again?
okay.
And your time starts now. What are those 5 stages? Just keep it to yourself and I will ask you after 10 seconds. The 5 stages. Tell me.
Initiation, execution, planning,
Mm-hmm.
controlling, and
Mm-hmm.
closure.
Wow. Beautiful. Awesome. Awesome, Pragna. Good job. Good job. Okay, Pragna, I'm going to ask you this. What was the difference between the first email that I sent you and the second email I sent you?
The first email you sent was too crumbled, like they were all together and they didn't have spaces to actually make sense with. So we
Yeah.
wouldn't understand many parts of it and would skip lines.
Perfect.
But
Lovely.
as for your second email that you sent,
Mhm.
it had many parts in it that made me understand that which part had which subject in it.
Awesome. Oh my goodness, Pragna, you're too good. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to send the same email to you in a very different way. Okay. And you're going to tell me which one did you like the most. Okay. You're ready to see the final email that I'm gonna send you with the same content? Yeah? You ready to see? You like it?
Yeah.
Imagine you open your email and you see this email in your inbox. Would you not be interested in just going through, hey, wow, what is initiation? What is planning? You would be interested to read them, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So which email did you like the best? This one, the first one, second one, or the third one?
The third one, because the third one
Wow.
had less words, and although those words were strong and defined many things, but they were really small words that mean big things, and they were separate. There were parts in them.
Wow. Wow, Pragna. Awesome. Awesome. You know what you just said is exactly what I showed you guys here. Creative. Was I creative in that email?
Mhm.
And was I cohesive? Bringing it everything together? Was I very concise? I was very concise. I didn't use a lot of words. I was very crisp, concise. I told you with a lot of conviction and I was consistent the way I put it. Isn't it?
Mhm.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pragna. Okay. I need one more volunteer. Two of them, in fact. Let's do two of you. Sadika, thank you. Sadika and Shiva. Great. Shiva, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Awesome. And Sadika. Sadika, you can hear me as well, right?
Yes.
Do I see you? Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's do the next one. Okay. I went for a vacation. Okay. Shiva and Sadika, I went for a vacation and I'm sending you guys an email about how my vacation went. Okay. And you guys are going to read that email and you guys are just going to tell me the highlights of my vacation.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to give you guys like 15 seconds, right? That's all you need, right? In 15 seconds, go through that and just tell me the gist of my vacation of what I did. Sadik and Shiva, you guys are ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the count of 3, 2, 1. You guys have to tell me the highlights of my trip. Real highlights of my trip. Okay? Others can also read, and you guys can tell me what you felt. So what did you guys get?
So you
Ve-
went to Vegas, and
Okay?
immediately the energy of the city hit you,
Okay?
and you went to check out Caesar's Palace,
Mm-hmm.
and you went to Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's what I could remember.
That's all you could remember. Okay. What about you, Shiva? Sorry,
I
Sadika.
So first you went to Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm. When did I go?
and then you went to Hell's Kitchen,
Okay.
and then you went to like the Eiffel Tower place.
Okay.
That's all I saw.
That's all you saw. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to resend that email to you again, to both of you, Shiva and Sadika. Okay. In 15 seconds, you guys have to tell me the top 5 things that I did in Vegas that I really enjoyed. Okay. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. You guys have to tell me like 5 or 6 things that I just enjoyed the most in Vegas. Yeah. Shiva.
So you came in July 2024?
Nice. Okay.
And again, the energy immediately hit you. You went
Okay.
to Paris, Las Vegas, and also Caesar's Palace, Hell's Kitchen,
Yeah.
and you gambled.
Okay. I gambled. Okay.
That's what I could remember.
Okay. Good one. Much, much better than the way you read the earlier email. That's good. Sadhika, did you manage to get something else that I did which I enjoyed in Vegas?
Yeah. So first you landed on the 24th in Las Vegas,
Okay.
and then you went to see the miniature Eiffel Tower,
Mm.
and then you went to see Cirque du Soleil,
Okay.
and then you went to Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
That's all. I said.
Nice. Perfect. So others who are on the call, which email did you find was better? The second one or the first one?
The second one,
Why?
because it wasn't as big and you could still understand it and you had more time to read it, and I could understand it better.
Great. Naya, what do you think? What was different in the second email when you compared to the first one?
Second one, it was definitely a bit more, concise, maybe. Yeah, concise, that's the word.
Okay, fantastic. Anyone else on the call you want to ponder? Why do you think the second email was better than the first one? Pragna, you want to take a stab at it? Why do you think this one was better than this one?
Because this one has more it says what the subjects are and it has more space in it, so we know what they're talking about. By just seeing the subjects, we can easily understand what the paragraphs are. But the other one, it was cramped up a lot, so we couldn't understand a word it was saying.
You couldn't understand a word. Wow, that's a very nice way of putting it. Wonderful. All of you agree with what Pragna and all of you said, and what Naya said, what Pragna, Shiva, all of you, right? And nobody would deny that, right? Now, I really okay, here's the thing, right? I was so excited about the trip. I really want that punch to come to each one of you. I really want to tell you guys, how exciting that trip was. Those, amazing things that I did. And I don't want to, go around beating around the bush to say everything and everything that I did, but I really want to highlight what I felt was the best in my trip. Okay. You know how I would write that email to you guys? And I want to give you guys exactly the same time. Okay. There you go. And others on the call can also do a read and please chime in. All right. Yes, Ravi.
So actually this one is like even more concise.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's way more concise than the other two.
Perfect. And I see your brother is also equally interested in this email. He just peeped in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, great. So, Naya, all of you, you saw the last email, right? Why did you guys tell me what were my highlights? Why did you guys tell me what were my highlights of my Vegas trip with the last email coming up? Anyone wants to take a stab at it? Pragna, Naya, anyone? on this email. So, okay, let me put it this way. What is different from this email when compared to even this one?
It's just
The other one,
Mm, I think that this is you could have enough time to read it all and still understand everything.
Right?
this one, the highlights from my trip to Las Vegas has more color, more bolded words, more they have points and it says many it doesn't have many words in it, but they
Correct.
really mean a lot of things. And it can actually you can, if you read it, you can understand a lot about the trip.
Wow, fantastic. Sorry, anyone else wants to add if what's different in this email when compared to the others? Yes, Naya.
Also, like, I like that it's color coded.
Yeah.
I
Who
like
doesn't
that
like
it doesn't
color?
all like just kind of blend in into one. You can clearly see exploring, food, entertainment.
Exactly. Exactly. Very well said. Very well
Also,
said, everyone. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, please.
also again, I do like the important like things are bolded. You can just skim it
Isn't
and
it?
note it. Yeah.
Exactly. Right? Now, imagine this way. You are sending this email to someone who is looking at the email on their phone, right? Let's face it, in today's world, people people seldom read their email on laptops or computers, right? They are always on the move. They look at their tabs, they look at their phone. They don't have time. They just don't have time. So they really like, okay, give me in short. What is that you're trying to tell me? Just tell me what you want. Literally, right? Now, let's say you are looking at an email on your mobile phone and you get this email. Would you even bother to read it? Your first thing is exactly. You're like, no, I don't have time to read so much of text. I don't have time, right? I will come to it when I have time, right? Now, when that comes, nobody knows. But if you see this, hey, okay, you're trying to tell me something. Yeah, you arrived, you had attractions, food, great. Okay, I get something, right? But I will go through and deep dive into it when I get time. You probably accomplished 50% of what you wanted to convey, but not entirely. But this one, even if I'm reading this email on my mobile or any device, I would go through these points because I know I can wrap up this entire email in 20 seconds. Tuck, 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 bullets, point, color coded, bold, very well articulated. Hey, I will read this email. This is interesting, right? But guys, when you look at all the three emails, it's exactly the same thing, right? But how you are making an impression, how you are impacting is the crux of it, right? Make sense? Okay, right. So with that said,
can I also make a point? Sorry.
yes, please. Absolutely, Lakshman, please.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about the third email is also that it's well articulated and well. Basically, it's like if you need to send it to more than one person, like especially as a bulk email, right?
Correct.
It makes a lot of sense because the reader can focus on the aspects that they like, but
Correct.
the original mails were written with more of
Exactly.
from the author's perspective, but not from a reader's perspective, right? So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Spot on, Lakshman. Anyone else? Tarini, you want to say something? Correct.
we
Absolutely.
can't hear
Spot
Tarini.
on. Yeah, I just heard, but yeah. But point very well noted. Excellent, excellent. Anyone else wants to, any, I don't know, Smrita, can you hear? I'm just gonna call out names. Smrita, you're there on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Smrita, what is your final thoughts? I mean, if at all I have to ask you like 3 things that you had a takeaway out of this session, what would those 3 things be?
The content the email has to have,
Mhm,
like very
mhm.
brief and to the point.
Perfect. I'm just gonna Smriti, what are those 3 things that you liked or your takeaway that you think is from an email perspective? Smriti?
It was point wise, very easy to understand,
Mm-hmm.
very detail oriented.
Mm-hmm. Great. So thanks, Tarini, Smriti, Smrita, all of you. And folks, I thoroughly enjoyed meeting all of you. And I hope the session was useful. And like I said at the start of the session, this is not something that you all are hearing for the first time, right? But it just gives you a different perspective. Look at it this way, folks. And I'll leave you guys with this small example, right? When you get an invitation, whether it's for your birthday, whether it's for a marriage, or whether it's for an anniversary. When I look at the invite, the date and the time or what is the name never gets registered unless the invitation is colorful, blingy, the date is highlighted and the venue is highlighted, only then it gets registered, right? Otherwise, my wife has to remind me, right? So yes, so email comes with its own challenge because you're not meeting the person, right? You're not having a face-to-face interaction. So it is even more important for all of you. Folks, here is the thing. You might be sending it to a college professor. You might be sending it to your friends. You might be sending it to your, counselor. It could be any email, right? But the crux of the email etiquette will never ever change, right? Today, tomorrow, 20 years, 30 years down the lane, this will never ever change. Okay? With that, I would like to hand it back to Joe and anyone on the call, if you guys want to hear something or if you have any question, I will be more than happy to answer.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ishwar. Really, my email game has improved, and I tell my students also to do the same. My emails are typically terse. They have the bullets, and the heading is kind of highlighted. It summarizes, and I've been having a good impact and responses from that.
Thank you, Joe. Pleasure that I got a good break that. Thank you.
Yeah. So thumbs up, thumbs down. A big round of applause to Ishwar. It's something that's very, very simple. We assume that, hey, we know English, we can write an email, but I want to thank Ishwar for showing us a very good, effective, impactful method to kind of write even more effectively, right? So thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
Joe. Thank you.
yeah, and if there's any other talent that we have not unearthed, Ishwar, please share with us and we will introduce it to our students and everything. So
Absolutely, it will be my pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so thank you, Ishwar. I think
Thank you, Lakshman.
basically I just wanted to summarize one thing, like what this I mean through this meeting, thanks for using your giving us your time, right? So it basically highlights the fact that the reader's time is very important, right? So we should write
Correct.
email only from the author's perspective, but the reader's time is very important, and it's important to prioritize the appropriate urgency and importance to their inbox, right? And also highlight what they need to, their time is very important and crucial. So we need to highlight the right kind of attributes too, so that the reader's time is optimized, right? So, yeah.
Spot on. Absolutely spot on, Lakshman. Thank you.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, for spending this 1 hour with us. And the best thing that you can give back to us and to Ishwar is to implement the method and everything that she learned here. So have a wonderful weekend now. Bye.
Have a great
All
weekend.
right, thank
Bye bye. All the best.
Thank
Bye.
you.